smiling, fat, dumb, and happy. I heard a clunk and the engine stopped all at the same time. Aviation, the way it was meant to be.
Stupid idea! Hey! Great Michigan Bush Company, rock and roll! We started this club, the Michigan Bush Company, right?
Yeah.
Great Michigan Bush Company.
About 2 years ago?
And what do we do in the Great Michigan Bush Company?
We screw up. That's what we do.
We don't just go. We have lots of fun. I mean, listen, we flew to Washington, D.C. together, right? In Mike 170B and Scott Stinson.
We visit a lot of grass strips.
That's right. All around the state of Michigan and anywhere we can go.
And we're expanding further.
Yeah. We like to go camping. And really, it's an opportunity for the pilots, and we live in the city, we live in the Metro Detroit area, and it's a way for us to really experience aviation and general aviation the way that we love it. And I were going from Michigan to a farm in Ohio. We're going to a fly-in.
Right, chili cook-off. Right, it's going to be a great day.
Something that everyone who's involved in general aviation probably does on a regular basis, right? Old cars, planes, get to chat and have some chili, a hot dog, and things like that.
A whole bunch of old guys talking about their dreams.
So we're flying in formation, and we had a friend of ours in the Comanche with another friend of ours, and we were in Stinson. And the route that we took was from around the Detroit Bravo airspace, and then we usually get low on the shore of Lake Erie and hug the shore, and then fly towards our destination. Scott, why don't you describe in your own words how you remember the events that occurred afterwards? So we had just crossed maybe the edge of Lake Erie, the southwestern portion of it, I guess. Is that right?
Yeah, western side of Lake Erie, right over by Toledo. Crossed through the Maumee River.
Sure.
I headed directly down toward the
and we're somewhere
airport.
Between 500 and 1,000 feet above ground. I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, probably 800.
800. Sure. 2,600 RPM in your Franklin?
Yeah, I started turning cameras on because we were filming this for a Great Michigan Bush Company, Bob. 7 miles out from the airport.
Probably something like that, yeah.
I had turned on 2 of the cameras. I went to turn on another camera and I missed it. I missed the cockpit camera. Somehow it didn't turn on.
The cockpit camera is a camera that's located behind us, right? So sort of get a view right out the window.
I don't know if the battery was dead or if I just messed up. In the video, you can see me reach back and try to turn it on. Came forward, just smiling, fat, dumb, and happy. I heard a clunk and the engine stopped all at the same time.
It's interesting that you heard a clunk, because I didn't hear a clunk. I just knew that the engine turned off.
As soon as it quit, I did what I always do. You go through, try to restart the engine, check the carburetor heat, check the magnetos, make sure one didn't jump time, and then go through and mixture rich, full throttle, and there was no response. It was as though someone turned the engine off. It was quick, it was sudden, and there was. I remember having little hope that the engine was going to relight when I was going through those procedures.
And remarkably, it was calm even from my perspective. We were low, we were over some farms, and you'll see in the video that we'll share in conjunction with this conversation that we're having, just how quickly things happen. You had timed, I should say, from the camera and noticing the propeller stop from the time the engine quit until the time that we actually touched down in a beam field, waist-high beam field, was 1 minute 10 seconds.
I think straight ahead. I think you're good. Fly. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right, we got tall grass here, Scott. All right.
We're down and safe.
Okay, Scott.
Thank you.
Talk to me.
We did it, man.
Okay, let's talk. Scott, let's talk for a minute.
Yep.
What's going through your mind?
We made it.
Yeah, we did make it. So we have no idea what happened with the engine.
Now, what's inevitable when pilots watch a video like an engine out is the speculation that takes place. You know, what we could have done better. There's going to be hundreds of comments I'd anticipate. Oh, why didn't you do this? Oh, why didn't you do that? Or I don't trust this. At the end of the day, let's stay focused here, right? Right. So as you speculate and as you be critical, just understand a couple things. There was no damage to the airplane, no damage real to property, and no damage to the occupants of the airplane. Right, and we made some new friends along the way. Now, I never want an engine out again, right? No one does. But so at the end of the thing, we did things right.
Holy Okay, the good news is this, is that we are down safe. We're in about waist-high field. There's no damage to the plane whatsoever. Scott did a beautiful job. We think we might have popped a cylinder.
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Well, we might be taking off from here too if we can figure it out. In the meantime, Scott, we're 2 minutes into this. Why don't you take a look at me and just give me your thoughts one last time. I'm sorry this happened, but we fly and we're safe.
It happened quick. We got down, we found the field. Luckily we were over Ohio, and airplane's in one piece.
We're all in one piece.
Can't complain, man.
Now, don't get me wrong. At the end of the video, when I used the expletive, that's when it sunk in and I said, holy mackerel, we just landed in a bean field.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a realization when it all comes
Right.
down and the dust settles that there's a lot of work to do now.
Sure. So it's interesting. The what do you do next?
You could hear the impulse come loose. You could hear them snap.
How to get a Stinson out of a bean field. You guys see them come in, huh? Or did they knock on the door?
We knocked on the door. No one.
pilot.